My favorite line from this year comes from Siren Queen by Nevo, which is this magical, glittering book set in pre-code Hollywood, and this Chinese-American actress is struggling to find roles that aren't playing the maid, which is something that I relate to. And the line is, "I would much rather be a monster than a victim."
2022 was a fantastic year in audio, and I was so privileged to be able to record some incredible books. But I have a particular soft spot for my second novel, Thank You for Listening, which came out in August. And this one line stayed with me while I was writing, and it stayed with me while I was recording, and I think of it still. And that is, the human voice is the thread that connects one soul to another.
This is from The Maze. It's the latest John Corey novel by Nelson DeMille. The world doesn't try to screw you. The world is indifferent to you. But people try to screw you. And people need to know when they've picked the wrong guy to screw. And that's me.
I think about slapping her across the face, right here, in the middle of this fancy Christmas party we planned together. That would remind her that I grew up on the hill in Providence, an Italian neighborhood where we took care of each other, but also didn't mind stepping in to take care of something in another way.
My favorite line from 2022, and it's from the book The Long Bite by Justin Leslie. It's part of the Max Abaddon series. You can listen to it on Audible. There's the great cover. And my favorite line goes like this. And this is how Phil Petro and I were forever banned from Tim Hortons.
Wow, have I had an honor this year of narrating so many beautiful titles. One title that I just cannot get out of my head is a book titled Cici Rios and the King of Fears by author Kayla Rivera. It is gorgeous. It explores just some universal human topics. And it's a middle grade fantasy, but I really think it's suited for absolutely everybody. It's so nice and it's so fun, and I cannot wait for everybody to listen.
Children are the greatest dream of all. A dream manifest. Walking, talking, venturing into the wide world. Open to success and joy and greatness. Open to wild, spectacular possibility. But open to destruction also.
A favorite line of mine this year was from Luda by Grant Morrison, and the line is, I prefer to trigger laughter, not PTSD.
What I'd like to talk about is one of my very favorites of 2022 and of all times, which is To Fall in Love, Drink This, a wine writer's memoir by the amazing Alice Firing. This is a description of the Bénédicte et Stéphane Tissot Singulier. This wine seemed like a charming innocent who went off to the Sorbonne, smoked fiendishly, danced with frenzy, and yet could perform a flawless pirouette. And so clever. Getting rid of bat guano or rewiring an old house is just in a day's work. Amazing, right? Cheers to you, Ms. Firing, for this remarkable, remarkable piece.
I'm just going to list quickly all the heroes I played. So we have doctor, media tycoons, billionaires, there's a lot of billionaires, damaged but typically very, very rich men who are redeemable because no one wants something that's completely broken and you can never fix it. Hockey players, that was new for me. Highlanders, time-traveling Scottish warriors, Scottish explorer, Scottish bounty hunter, probably a lot of other Scottish people. Romance writer, close to home. Peter Pan, but definitely not the Peter Pan you're thinking of. Movie star, nice change of pace. King, Prince, Earl, of course, professors, and on the flip side, many, many gangsters. It was a heavy gangster year, 2022. Magical creatures, wyvern riding mountain hunters, try saying that quickly. Vampires, because you cannot be British and not play a vampire at least once a year. And orcs and gargoyles, because yes, they can be romantic leads too, because that is the beauty of romance.
The favorite book that I recorded in 2022 is My Evil Mother by Margaret Atwood. And a favorite line is, "The opposite of mean is doormat," she said. And Atwood says it like it is.
You don't know anything about the donga. You know what this stick is for? You deaf? I said to fight and to kill. No, little. This is first stick. When you win, you get to use your second stick. Ask any pretty girl who come to stick fight.
Audible, this is one of my favorite scenes from my debut solo novel, The Chameleon Effect, which released in 2022. In this scene, Will is looking at Raven after the sun has set on a beautiful night in Los Angeles. Framed in front of the starlit night, Raven glows. Her onyx hair hiding in the sky, her face a galaxy of its own. For a moment, as I take her in, it's impossible to tell where the night ends and she begins. They are one, a ceaseless constellation of wonder.
For me, 2022 was the year of familiar voices. So I got to read books like Sewa Boateng's Guide to Vampire Hunting and My Life Growing Up Asian in America, which had narratives that were really, really familiar to me, but that I'd never gotten the chance to read aloud before.
I take you to be none other than yourself. I trust you to be my home, and I promise to be yours. And my now husband and I loved those lines so much, we used them in our wedding vows.
When he was 9, and his mother had her first deadly dance with cancer, he became a thief.
Open seas, adventures, pirates, sapphic love, and fierce women, political intrigue, lesbians, pirates, adventure. Oh my. Unbroken by Ali Temple.
I adore Guy Gavriel Kay. Every novel he writes contains an ocean of feelings, and that's no different in his new novel, All the Seas of the World. Let me wet your toes with the first sentence. The memory of home can be too far away. In time, in distance across the vastness of the earth, or of the sea. Now go immerse yourself.